Imagine being ambushed at a farmer's market by a gang of church ladies sent by your ex-mill to humiliate your teenage daughter. Now imagine being told you're the problem, all because you refused to play the good Christian wife to a cheating husband who died before the divorce was even finalized. Yeah, well, she thought she could lie to her whole church and get away with it. She messed with the wrong mom. If you've ever had someone try to turn an entire community against you with lies just because they couldn't control you, then you're gonna love this revenge. Smash that like button, subscribe for more wild Reddit stories, and buckle up. This one's personal. So let's rewind. I'm a 46-year-old mom of two amazing girls, 17 and 15, and last year, our lives exploded. My ex-husband, who, let's be real, had been cheating on me for years, died suddenly in an accident. And yeah, as horrible as that sounds, it came with a whole side platter of trauma. Because when he died, he didn't just leave us grieving. He left behind two secret sons, kids he'd had with his mistress, and she died in that same accident too. Want to know how my daughters found out? They were the ones who discovered the affair. They found the texts, the photos, everything. So yeah, let's just say they weren't thrilled about playing big sister to their dead dad's affair babies. Especially after therapy confirmed what I already knew. This was trauma that needed processing, not guilt tripping. But did my ex-in-laws care? Nope. They decided that, now that their golden boy was gone, they could just swoop in and take over. First, they tried to take custody of my daughters. Yeah, you heard that right. Then they tried to move into my house. Not happening. We're still dealing with the custody case in court, but what I didn't expect was their next move. It was my youngest daughter's birthday weekend, and we were at the local farmer's market. It's a little slice of heaven. Fresh produce, eggs, meats, sweets. I gave her a birthday budget and told her to go nuts. Chocolate, candy, whatever made her happy. But about an hour in, she called me. Sobbing so hard I could barely understand her. She said, "Mom, some old ladies are yelling at me. I don't know them. They're saying I'm evil for not talking to Grandpa and Grandma." I saw red. My older daughter and I rushed over, and there they were, 6 elderly women surrounding my child like some kind of judgmental coven, wagging their fingers in her face, calling her unchristian and cruel for not loving her baby brothers. Now, remember, these baby brothers were the children of her dad's affair. She was still processing the betrayal. And these women, they were weaponizing guilt like it was scripture. I stepped between them and my daughter, told my eldest, "Take your sister, pay for her stuff, get to the car." Then I turned around and let them have it. Some of them I recognized from my old church days, back when we occasionally attended services with my in-laws. They had the nerve to say I was a failed Christian wife for not obeying my in-laws. Barf. We were screaming so loud, the market staff actually asked us all to leave. And guess what? These vultures followed us to the parking lot, still yelling, still shaming, but that wasn't even the worst part. That night, after tucking my girls into bed, I reached out to a friend who's still connected to my ex-in-law's church. And oh boy, did he have tea. Turns out my ex-MIL had posted this massive sob story in the church's Facebook group, claimed we had kicked them out of our lives, that we left them homeless and penniless, that we were the reason she lost her sweet orphaned grandsons. She even went as far as to say the affair kids weren't an affair at all. She told everyone the mistress was our surrogate, and I refused the babies because they were boys. I was disgusted. This wasn't just lies. It was character assassination. But she forgot one little detail. I was still mid-divorce when my ex died, which means I still had every single piece of evidence. And best of all, no legal barriers to releasing it. The next day, I went to a print shop. I printed photos of my ex and his mistress, making out in our living room, text messages between them, emails from his parents supporting the affair, screenshots of them harassing me, and the worst of all, messages where they called my daughters bastards and blamed them for their father's death. That one was sent just 2 days after the funeral. I paid extra for high-quality paper. Then I spent the evening assembling personalized binders. You know those hymn packets churches hand out? Yeah, they looked exactly like that. Except when you open the cover, bam, full-page photo of my ex making out with his mistress. Underneath, ex-husband's name plus affair partner's name, a love story. I slid those binders onto the church's back desk, where they keep the songbooks. They never check. The gossip hit like a holy hurricane. People were furious. The church Facebook page turned into a war zone. People called my ex and his mistress things I can't repeat here, and I don't think the pastor appreciated it. But here's the funny part. While the church did still wag their fingers at me for failing in my marriage, they also said my actions were understandable after such betrayal. One person even wrote, "Perhaps she will return to the light, unlike her cheating husband and that Jezebel." Except they didn't say Jezebel. I'll let you guess what word they used. My daughters got 2 apology letters, and we got a handwritten invitation to return to the church. Needless to say, we declined. And as for my ex-in-laws, they were shamed out of the church, publicly. My ex-MIL made one last sad post on her personal page, whining about how no one cares about the elderly anymore and how her perfect son would have taken care of her. Girl, with what money? I was the breadwinner. Your son died leaving behind a mess. I'm just the one who cleaned it up. The woman who tried to steal my kids, ruin my name, and gaslight a church community into hating me got exposed by her own lies, her own words, and her own hypocrisy. In the most poetic way possible, inside the church she weaponized against me. And my daughters? They saw it. They saw their mom fight back, with grace, with receipts, with holy vengeance printed in 4K paper stock. There's something powerful about truth. You don't have to scream it. Just lay it out, binder style, and let people read for themselves. Sometimes justice isn't a courtroom. It's a Sunday morning service. If that revenge hit you right in the soul, give this video a big thumbs up. And tell me in the comments, what would you have done if someone tried to turn a church against your kids? And of course, hit that subscribe button for more real stories with unreal endings.